morning, ladies and gentlemen. We'd like you to please now, as we begin today, join us by standing and join in with the West Palm Beach City Choir under the direction of Ms. Carol Wilkins, and we pay tribute to our grand country by the singing of our national anthem. Please stand. Oh, can you see by the dawn's early light what's about? Enter to learn and depart to serve. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Andrea Peppers.
I'm going to ask that my family on stage join me, and I recognize in the audience, although I'm principal now at Belvedere Elementary, my Pleasant City family and the children from Pleasant City, Beacon Center. Welcome. I see many of my extended family, Gloria Williams, Dr. Alice Moore. I see many of my friends, Betty Dawson, Mrs. White, Edith Bush. Thank you for being here. And I introduce Kelly Williams, my biological sister and favorite only sister, Debbie Range. I introduced Brandy, one of the students in public schools that attends the library, and her mom, Kimala, where one can escape and dwell in solitude. It has been referred to as the gathering spot, where one can find sanctuary and inspiration. It is that very special place between home and school or home and work that feeds people's minds and satisfies the unquenchable thirst for knowledge. The library.
It's done more on one side than what this one had. This young lady is looking forward to it. Our next speaker is a 17-year-old junior at William T. Dwyer School of Finance, the academy there, which is a magnet area. She's a third-generation West Palm Beach native and currently is president of the Mayor's Youth Council. She's had the honor, along with 6 other students and friends, to represent the city of West Palm Beach at the National League of Cities Congress of Cities. That was a conference held in December of last year. She's active in several organizations at her school and the community, including Future Business Leaders of America, Student Government, and serves as the American Red Cross volunteer from her school. Would you please, ladies and gentlemen, welcome this morning, Jasmine Powell.
Before I begin to speak, I would like to introduce my parents, Mr. Donald Powell and Mrs. Tracy Powell. I would also like to introduce my grandmother, Mrs. Gentine Davis, and also Miss Bertha Powell. Good morning. My name is Jasmine Powell. I am currently the president of the Mayor's Youth Council. I am here to speak to you about the importance of having a library for the youth in our community.
The benefits from the great programs that can be offered at the library. Ladies and gentlemen, I'd like you to please warmly welcome Susan Phillips and her little daughter, Anne.
Good morning. Standing with me is my daughter, Ann Avito. As a recent transport from New York City, I was lost when I first came to Florida with my 3-year-old daughter, Ann. I found a haven in the beautiful Clematis Street Library. It was different from the ones in New York. By the water, I could sit and read, and the...
I'm 7 years old. I like this library because it has DVDs and CDs, computers I don't have at home. I can't wait until we have a bigger and better library. I know I'll be there a lot.
Thank you, Anne. Thank you, Susan. Where he began his career in real estate. Then in 1990, he formed the Gladstone Realty Investment Corporation, which specializes in the brokerage and leasing of commercial investment properties here in our area. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome businessman Jonathan Gladstone.
I just want to say that I'm very proud and honored to have been selected to speak.
In 72, he attended Central Junior High School and graduated from John I. Leonard in 76. He went on to work for Publix supermarkets starting in 1972. He was working the very first year as a bagger. Today, he's worked his way up to store manager. He is currently entering his 35th year with Publix Supermarkets. Married in West Palm Beach, has 3 children born at Good Sam. His son is also in management at Publix, and with his wife and oldest daughter, both work at the school district of Palm Beach County. It's with a great deal of pride that I introduce you to a great West Palm Beach resident and businessman. Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Pablo Ramos.
Thank you, Mr. Nichols. Good morning. This is my son, Pablo Jr. Like Mr. Nichols said, he is also...
The next 2 speakers both moved here just a few months ago from Dallas. And while they never knew each other before they got there, they met each other through this event right here. They have different reasons, many different reasons for being here, but they felt the same attraction to the beautiful city of West Palm Beach. Our first lady you're going to meet is CCO and partner of an investment management firm here in the city. The firm has been in the city, in the downtown historic district, for many years. But she was encouraged just a few months ago by many of the people in her company to move here from Dallas. She's a mother and grandmother of 3, very active in community affairs out in Dallas, and likewise she will be here in West Palm Beach too. The other young lady is a West Palm Beach now based harpist and pianist. She is a professional music educator, performing music, and specializing in corporate, retailing, and private events, along with performing in chamber music and orchestra ensembles for concerts, conventions, and other program venues. She's a music instructor in the preparatory department of Palm Beach Atlantic University. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Martha Matthews and Ann Ackerson.
I am amazed at the turnout, and I'm really proud to be a newcomer here because this is really quite amazing. I've been to several of these back in Texas through just family affiliations, and never did we have a turnout like this.
This would have been the last thing I would have ever thought that I would be doing, and I wasn't even quite sure I'd actually be living here at that time. But like Martha, I've been a long-time resident of Dallas. I'm actually Midwestern born and raised, but I've lived in Dallas 25 years, and I think that qualifies me to be a naturalized Texan. And
Move in and fill some of the spots. I don't know, Dan, I think this may go on record as the biggest groundbreaking ever, don't you think? All right. Is everybody shoveled up? I'm trying to get some for the kids over here. Now let's see some smiles, ladies and gentlemen. That's what we really want to see. Big smiles there. George, can you push that shovel in? Wait, no, not yet. I'm just saying that's a question. George, I think you are the #1 pioneer here. We'd like to remind you, ladies and gentlemen, that now we invite each and every one of you to join us at a reception over at 416 Clematis, sponsored by Main Street Management.